Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. My name is Uchenna.
My name is IJ.
And tonight we are going to talk about Love is Blind, Season 2, Episodes 6 and 7. They released 4 more, but we're just going to do 6 and 7 tonight because they were full of interesting stuff, don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. They were.
Yeah, I felt like I was watching 4 hours, not 2 hours worth of TV. So before we begin, please like our channel, subscribe, put on your notifications, and remember to comment below.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk. So let's begin with Natalie and Shane. For me, I like Shane and I like them. I like Natalie. I like them together.
I do. I like them as a couple. I really do. Looking at them, you would never think that they would match up, especially their personalities. Mm-hmm. His is quite in your face, energetic, spontaneous. Mm-hmm. Even his eyes will light up and get big when he's excited, and like he just bubbles with like so much energy, where she's more laid back, quiet. Takes things.
I don't think she's quiet. I think she talks and she jokes around,
Yeah, but not like he does. She's she's like not like him at all.
I don't think anybody can be like him. He's like his own thing.
Well, at Married at First Sight, him and Lindsay remind me of each other, kind of, where they're full of energy.
Yeah, but he's more controlled.
He's more controlled, but it can be in the beginning. It was annoying to her till she got used to him. She said that he was annoying in the beginning till she got used to him. So, but I'm happy that they're together because it's like they almost complement each other.
Yeah, I think they do. They complement each other a lot, and they seem to be, really open to expressing how they feel about each other, not being afraid to say, I love you, you make me happy, so they're constantly, validating each other's feelings, which I think is really good. But one thing I noticed is that like during the interviews, she's always professing her love to him. And when he does his interviews, and he doesn't do a lot of them, he doesn't really do that as much. So I wonder if there's like a balance shift where she might be a little bit more into him than he is to her. But it's just hard to say. I only say that because of the interviews, but when they're face to face with each other, he's always, saying how much he loves her.
Yeah, I think that because he says it to her, he doesn't feel possibly that he needs to say it to the camera, because he does profess his love to her and gives her compliments. Mm-hmm. But I also noticed that she gives him more compliments, but not as often as he likes. And it's like they've agreed to do some type of adjustment where, because she's learned to adjust her responses to him, and he's learned to probably accept the fact that she doesn't always have to say, you look good, or I like the flamingos on your shirt, and so forth, to make him feel good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think they've worked on that balance after they had that argument in Mexico. I think, that really helped them and helped them understand each other better. So she's, complimenting him, and he's not saying, you need to compliment me. I think he's happy with what she's doing, which is important.
One of the things I liked is their communication. Like, I really like the way they communicate with each other, because it's like they're willing to accept each other's differences without it being just such an issue. Like, she loves to save money. He likes to spend $2,000 a month on food.
He's a big boy. So,
go ahead.
Yeah, and she was like, okay, let's talk about our finances. I have a 401k. How's your 401k doing? He's like, I really don't believe in that. And she wasn't like, what? You don't believe in 401k? She was just like, okay, well, that's something we need to work on. I would have been like, okay, that's fine. I'll keep mine. You don't have to have one, but that's on you. I would make him get one, because that's more money for us if he's not putting it away for himself. So I thought that was fine.
So he must like to play in the stock market and take risks to invest and so forth, whereas she's more conservative. So maybe it's like they'll need to meet in the middle somewhere
Right.
with that. But I agree with her and him too, because they're both still young, so they can
Right.
take the
And
opportunity.
she's like, yeah, she's like, I want to be more like him. I want to be more spontaneous and not so like controlled and rigid. So I think he's hopefully going to bring that out of her, and then she'll help him be a little bit less of a risk taker and be a little bit more conservative. So they'll have that balance.
I have a question. Did we see, I don't know if I missed this part, if I just didn't pay attention. Did we miss their houses? Seeing their inside of their houses?
We saw hers, and hers looked really good. It looked like her. It was like, whites and grays and dark grays and creams. Yeah, it was nice. Her apartment was really nice. And his apartment, I don't recall seeing it. So maybe they didn't show his, but the apartment that they're in is fantastic. That view of Chicago is phenomenal. And I love Chicago. Chicago is such a great city. So to see it like that every day, it must be great.
So does he live in a house or an apartment? Because because Dee said we have to get 2 bedrooms. Was it him that said we have 2 bedrooms with them? Which I thought was really nice of him, thinking about her, because she works from home. And he goes, you work from home, you need to have a separate living area and so forth. And I like the fact that he thinks about her and her comfort as well, know.
Yeah. So we saw her visit with her parents, and a lot of more than what I would expected. A few of the people haven't told their families about the experiment, that the first time they're telling them is when they meet. I would tell you guys for sure.
Yeah, you guys know I would have told, I would have told you guys. We would have picked outfits. Hairstyles.
So, but at first I was like, why is she going to do that? Why is she going to spring it on her parents like that? That's not right. But she actually was smart. She knows her family well, and she knows how they would deal with it. So it was actually good that she did it that way, because they got to meet him, and she was so confident in him, that she was like, okay, they're going to fall in love with him or like him or feel better.
I was so scared. I was like, please do not deflate this man's ego.
Yeah.
Because his ego is so,
so sensitive.
Yeah, I was like, please do not make him sad or upset, And like when the mom slapped her hand, I don't think she meant it out of spite. I thought she meant it out of
like, oh my God, no, don't show me that. Yeah.
But the commercial, that the previews made you think that it was.
Of course, they played with us.
Played us.
They had you believe in it.
But don't you think the mom accepted it better than what we probably thought that they would have accepted it?
Yeah, but you know what I liked? I liked that she was questioning them. I think that any parent or family that's like, oh, wow, this is great. Yes, it's crazy, because you don't know this guy. You don't know this girl. You have to question to see if this is real. And the mother wasn't afraid to ask him questions,
And you gotta ask real questions, people. Not
the mother fake. Did. Yeah,
I said, but I'm just saying, not fake. So how do you feel about I don't know. I'm just like, so why do you like her? What about her personality do you like? She doesn't get on your nerves.
What type of person are you? Do you have a job? Are you an abuser?
Do you have a savings? Are you gonna keep doing the lifestyle?
Have you ever been to jail?
Yeah. Have you been married before? How many children do you have? Oh, you have 2. Where are they now?
How many
baby
mamas?
Right.
Are you in their lives, or are you what is it?
A deadbeat
dad. Yeah. So I would be drilling them. The mother did a really good job, and she was genuinely scared, which is absolutely normal. It's not like The Bachelor, when they're like, so the families are so fake, like, oh yeah, I can see you guys together. I'm so happy. Yes, please pick my daughter out of the 4. Yeah, it's all crazy.
You know what I like too, when they met the family, he did buy her a beautiful set of flowers.
He had the best flowers.
Yes. It wasn't no skinny, wilted out space in, but that's what when you come to my house, bring me a bouquet, a full bouquet, not $12.99 from the grocery store. I want a full bouquet. But
go to the flower shop.
Yes. I like the fact that the dad and mom's personalities are so different too, right? That it's almost like them, right?
That's what she said. She's like, Mom, he is you, and dad, she's like her dad. Yeah.
Right. And I think that when she said that, it complimented the mom. Because the mom's like, oh, she's Mary Sweet, that's like me. Oh,
right.
She complimented her mom in that way. And so it made the mom think of herself as positive and look at towards him as a positive thing,
Right. Yeah.
And I like the way the dad was like, dad was like, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. So I really like that.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to
dad
reach you.
was like rooting for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was really interesting. When they went to her house. Oh my gosh. They went to her house and she was like, they were like, what is this? Why are we here? Like, what is going on? Why are you? They were questioning everything, which is what normal parents would do.
And it shows you how close they are to her because she hadn't seen them in 3 to 4 weeks.
And they were missing her.
Right. So I thought that was really sweet too.
Right.
So what do you think about the beach scene?
Oh, the party scene?
Party
scene? Yeah, that pissed me off. Yeah. So
I was so scared.
When Natalie said that Shayna called her, I wouldn't have picked up.
Me neither.
I would have picked up. I would have been like,
okay, I would have picked up just to hear what she had to say. I would have picked up.
She was good. She was like, oh, we're doing great. We're doing good. And then Shayna tried to play her, get her caught up. And she was probably recording the conversation. She was like, so if things don't work out between you and Shane, I have someone for you. Like, girl, why are you telling me this?
No, not girl, bitch. What is your problem?
Exactly. Right.
What made me upset about that whole beach scene was the other couple, the guy.
He is an instigator, Nick. He was like, instigating at the last party.
Yeah, I was like, if you don't sit your stupid non-working out butt down.
He did the same thing to Mallory and Jared. He instigated them.
I was just
to go and talk.
Quit trying to get TV time.
Right. You have your own mess over there.
This is straight up mess.
Girlfriend, fiance.
This is straight up
deal
mess.
with that. You should have no room, no thought for anybody else because that girl is like gone, So yeah. So
it's like, is he? And I was like, he sure is instigate. And then, but I was so happy that Shane pulled her aside and they sat on the beach to talk.
Right.
And I was so proud that she wasn't clingy she was clingy in the beginning. Natalie was clingy in the beginning.
As anyone would be.
As anyone would. If it was me, I'd have been laying on top of my man like a coat on the back.
The whole time.
You want to talk with him? Come on, honey, let's go over and talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Well, let's talk about their conversation, Shane and Shayna's. Yeah.
It was nice, lively, but he kept his boundaries, right?
He did. And you know what people do, which I cannot stand? Like when he was like, I'm upset with you. And she was like, why? And then he was like, because of what you told Natalie. Natalie told me blah, blah, blah. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? That's not what I said. This is what I said. And it was exactly what Natalie said.
But she took it out of context. Context.
How are you going to take that out of context? I know you want my man and he knows you want him. So there is no taking out of context.
I was like, if you don't sit your old crotchety, non-married butt down somewhere with your conservative family.
Yeah, the scary, well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, it's very scary. Wouldn't want to be in that family at all. I was so happy I was like, you are the man.
Right. But I didn't like how she was like, and then she kind of like made it like Natalie was reading too much into it. It's Natalie's fault.
But he knew Natalie wasn't reading into it.
Right. Yes.
And then she's like, he was just like, she's like, do you want me to call? I'll call her out,
Right.
I
Yeah.
was just like, call her out. You're gonna
Mhm.
look like a damn fool calling out somebody else's fiance because you wanted him and he said no.
No. Yes. And
Yeah.
then when she was trying to tell him that their relationship was bad, I was worried that he was going to start believing it, right?
No, no.
Okay,
He
you
was
weren't?
so offended by her saying that. He was
Okay.
so offended. I was just like, yeah, Shane. The only thing that I was like, you need to stop giggling and laughing.
Shane? Yeah.
Yes. I was like, if I see my man giggling and laughing, if I saw my husband giggling and laughing with somebody that liked him,
Hmm.
by the time he would have thought to walk over to where I was, he would have seen my face, would have turned around, went to the car, and sat there and waited for me. Because I would have been like, I'm about to crush your teeth up into your throat.
Right,
We're sitting
right.
there laughing and giggling. No, no, you just need to be like this. I don't
Right.
want you. Don't ever call me.
Mhm.
That's all you
Right.
need to say.
Yeah.
But and then I was happy that they were kissing because that meant Shayna saw them
Right.
kissing
Right.
and so forth.
Yeah.
And so,
And
how dare you say that you guys are not compatible?
you don't know
And
anything about us. Like, you
right.
don't know nothing about
And she
us.
was believing it. You're not, there's no way you guys are compatible because she's Asian and you're a white man,
White girl,
blonde-haired white
white
man.
blondes, and he's a
That's
white blonde. So you automatically think that you two are compatible.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Her
yeah.
friends were probably gassing her head up with it and
Hmm.
so forth.
Hmm.
And like,
Right.
there's no way there. Oh, so I'm really happy that he made me really happy.
Yeah. And like you said, when he took Natalie, sat her down, didn't wait until the next day or wait until they got home. He was like, let's take care of this now and
Mhm.
let's talk it through. Yeah. So that was, he got
That
good
communication.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like you said,
The
communication.
last thing we have to say before we have to move on to the next couple is
Right.
I felt sad for Shane when he was at the baseball.
That's not this episode. That's not this. That's
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
But let's really talk really quick about her meeting his mom. I thought that was really sweet. When
Yes,
she met
yes.
the mom, yeah, I thought that was, and yeah, I thought that was
He was,
really
and
sweet.
he really loves, I mean, everybody loves their parents, but his mom holds a special place with him in his heart right now because their father died 3 months before he went on this
Yeah.
thing. So
So
the mom was held a really special spot. So I wonder what would happen if the families didn't like the significant other. What would
it would
people
be
do?
hard. It would be really hard. It depends on how close you are with your family.
Uh-huh.
Like it would be hard because we kind of know a little bit about
Yeah, we do. I didn't bring it up, but okay.
right.
Yes, we do.
And it's hard. It's hard. Right. But let's not get into that.
Yes. But so
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm really happy. I'm rooting for them. I think that they'll make beautiful kids.
They would. I was thinking the exact same thing. They would make beautiful babies. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. So
Okay, so let's, like you said, let's move on. Let's go to Jarrett and Ayanna. Okay.
there's too much giggling on her part.
I know. I
Tiring.
know. I like her, but she's too much jokey and giggly
Do you
and
think she does that to cover up like insecurity or not feeling comfortable? Because she's constantly giggly, like
and
when
jokey.
yeah, like when he was like playing the video game and not paying attention to her when she was trying to
Mhm.
talk about the wedding stuff,
Mhm.
she was like, I would have been like, look, I'm trying to talk to you about the wedding. You're gonna play some damn video game. Come on now, you
Right.
silence can wait for a minute. Let's talk about this. This is important. We have the
Right.
cameraman here.
Right.
But he said
Rod, Rod.
video game. Right.
Uh-huh.
So I would have been upset at that. So, but yeah, she's too giggly, but I think she slowly gets her point across.
She does. It takes her a minute because, like, I think, like you said, she doesn't like to just be like, blah, and say how she's feeling. She likes to like skirt around it until she gets her point.
Right. Right.
So did you agree with her when she saw the present that an ex-girlfriend gave him, and she was like, I don't think you should keep any of your ex's gifts. I was like, girl, what?
I know. That's because your ex didn't give you nothing worthwhile keeping. That's why, sis.
Yes, there's no way I'm giving away stuff. No,
No.
not at all.
And I'm
Especially
not giving it back.
and I'm not throwing it out.
No, sure I'm not.
Yeah,
I was
there's
just
no
like,
significance to it.
there's
Like,
none. No,
yeah.
I was just like,
Mhm.
some people keep letters.
Yeah, I would keep everything. I'm like a
Right.
person that loves to keep everything. And I would put it away in a box. I would keep pictures, letters. I wouldn't throw them out no matter how bad the relationship ended, because those are memories, you
Right,
know? So
right.
I would just store them in a box, seal them up, and put them away, you
Yeah.
know?
So I thought that was interesting. I was just like, please don't start getting on my nerves.
And I like you right now.
Right, right.
Okay, so let's go to Jared's family visits, his dad and his mom.
That was nice.
That was really nice. They have, like, when the dad started getting choked up, I was like, oh my God. It was really sweet when he was talking about doing the sermon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was really nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's another one that didn't tell his parents anything.
Right.
You know? Yeah, that was, and they handled it well. They didn't ask her too many questions because
I think it's because he's a man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. And she seems sweet, and she wasn't like, wild. She seems like, conservative, like a good girl. So they were probably really happy.
Right. I know I would have been, it's probably
Yeah.
stressful too to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they handled it well. They did.
Yeah. And I like the story of how the parents met and how they've been married. They have a strong, stable relationship. And you can tell that he has a great relationship with his parents. So I thought that was good. So what do you think about her story with her parents, that she's adopted, right?
Yeah. So that's the family that adopted her at the age of 22, her godparents.
Right, which is shocking. Do you know that Lifetime has a show just about this?
Adopting adults.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of BS is this crap?
But
I couldn't even get myself to watch it. I couldn't get myself to watch it.
That's nonsense.
No, that's pure nonsense. No.
Yeah. But so she went to live with them when she was 18. And then when she was 22, they adopted her.
Yeah,
but they look crazy young.
They do, but they look like they would be her parents.
Oh, you mean just how conservative they are? But they look like they're only 5 years older.
Yeah, their facial and their look just looks like her. Like maybe his older sister.
Okay.
Yeah. They are conservative, but they made some good valid points and so forth when they were talking. I can't remember everything that they said.
I can't either, but it was like they were concerned and they weren't giddy about it. And they really wanted to know about their relationships. I think they could have asked more questions, but you could tell that they were cautious about it.
Right.
So what do you think about Jared's going out? I would never accept my man going out 3 times in 1 week and then staying out until 3 a.m.
I know that people go out with their friends. If you wanted to go out, and I'm sorry, this is just how I feel. If you want to go out once or twice a month with your friends, okay, I'm being that serious. Once or twice a month.
I know, I believe you.
And you need to be home by midnight. I'm sorry. You don't need to do nothing out till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's the truth.
That's the strip bar kind of bullshit. No. If you're over at your friend's house, men don't have slumber parties. So what else are you doing?
Right, exactly.
And what else?
Right.
You go out at 9 o'clock with your friends. What are you going to talk about till 3 o'clock in the morning?
They're dancing, like they're drinking,
Dancing with who?
Well, they were at the bar. They were at the bar.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dancing with who?
Right.
If you're dancing with another man, then we have a problem. Dancing with another woman, we have a problem.
But she needs to be also willing to go out. She is a homebody.
She's a homebody.
She needs to get out of that and go out with him sometimes, because he's not a homebody. He's an extrovert. He is like
he needs attention. He
is like Shane.
Yeah.
But not as much, not as extra. So he needs it. Yeah.
And women have to, most women would conform and go out with their man.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Just to keep an eye on him.
My husband this past weekend invited me to go meet one of his friends. They were having a party at this fishing place. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
Fun.
in the back roads, back roads. I was just like, and we had one of the twins with us.
Mhm.
And
Okay. Mhm.
yeah, the back roads got there. And these people were camping. The guy owns this lake area.
Okay. Mhm.
And they were camping and they had their kids there and some other friends that were sheriffs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, I had my little turban hat on,
Oh, whew, you probably shocked the hell out of them.
had my camouflage pants on
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
like a black shirt. And I was just like, hi. And they're like, hi. And then, but I had a great time.
Yeah, that's good.
I had a great time.
Good.
Yeah, we're
Mhm.
meeting up again.
All right.
I was
That's
like, okay,
good.
he was like, you just get along with anybody, don't you? I was like, yeah, I'm just a social butterfly. But I ended up having fun with them. But yeah, you have to be able to go out and meet people. So
Mhm.
what did you think about the beach scene with Jared and
Oh, Salvador.
Salvador?
Kudos to Salvatore for
Yeah,
being a
Salvador.
man
Yeah,
and going
nip
up and
that in the
asking that
bud.
question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, good for him,
Yeah.
And he did it in a way where Jared wouldn't get upset and feel like defensive. He was like straightforward, man to man, let's talk this out. Yeah,
Because
I
it could
think
have
that was
gone
good.
left easily.
Mm-hmm.
But and then Jared, kudos to him for understanding
Right.
that he was in the wrong.
Right.
Instead of saying, I apologize and I was in the wrong, he made up some bullshit of, I was just joking. Nah,
Right,
that's not what
right,
you were doing. But
right,
so I
right.
was like, all right, Salvatore. I
Yes.
like how people communicate. I wish I
Oh,
could
yeah.
communicate like that.
Yeah, yeah, right. That's true. That's a
Yeah.
good lesson that we all need to learn. He did a
Yes,
really
that
good
was really
job.
good.
Yeah. So why don't we start talking about Mallory and Salvatore?
So boring.
I actually like their relationship because it's a slow burn. They are building their relationship.
Okay.
They went from not being attracted to each other to building, I think, a strong relationship, and falling in love with each other.
Yeah, okay. But okay, so we'll just get to, is this ex-girlfriend in this scene or
Yes, it was in this one.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go a little bit out of order. What did you think about the ex-girlfriend showing up, Mallory getting upset and not wanting to sleep in the bed with him?
I don't know. There's nothing. I think she was like, it's more than what you're saying it is. It could not be.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
that's
It was
true.
before you guys were married, before you guys were getting together. It's a
Yeah,
part of the past.
right. And he gave us some tea. They got booked for the show over a year ago. Because of pandemic, they had to break, and they said, don't put your life on hold. So ain't no man gonna be celibate for a year. So you can understand him seeing other people, not getting serious, not being committed. The other girl probably caught feelings, real feelings,
He's a handsome man.
He is a handsome man, and he's a nice guy. He's a really
he's a
good
nice
catch.
guy.
Yeah.
The fact that he brought her over to see his sisters too means that it was a little bit more than just a casual fling, right?
Right. Yes.
Or does he bring everybody to see his family?
Probably not. Probably not. So I think that's why Mallory was upset. But you can't be upset. That's the past. He's not. You can see he's totally in love with her.
Oh, yeah.
So
I have to say something though. When Mallory and him talk, it's like they're on camera.
Oh, really?
They're so polite and just so
right. I see that.
So yeah. So I do know how you feel. I sometimes feel that way too. Yes. When I talk to you, I feel that way too.
Yeah, I
because
kind of see
she didn't mean anything to me. I'm just like,
right.
How does their conversations go when the camera is off?
Right. Right.
I wonder how Shane's does too. Is he less hyper when the camera's down so she can breathe, or what?
I don't know.
Because I couldn't deal with. I could not deal with it. As much as I like him, I don't need to be always on.
Right. Right. And maybe he does like wind down, hopefully at night. Like maybe he's super hyper at work. And when he gets home, he's a little bit hyper. And by the time he gets to bed, he's normal. So let's hope that's
real estate, right? He's in real estate, right?
Real estate. Yeah. So with Mallory's sister, she didn't really accept it.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't accept the relationship yet. And she asked some real questions. She was like, what do you do? They both kind of talk the same. You know, they have like, what do you do? Blah, 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 blah. You know, they had that weird accent. And so she was really, you know, grilling him. And he wasn't backing down. He was answering her. And she was still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But why do you think that that's right? If your if your family member finds somebody that they really like, mm-hmm. and you don't approve of the situation because of the length of time, not because of the individual, because you don't know the individual yet.
Right.
Should you be able to be like that sister after questioning him, still be not accepting and don't think that you're coming to the wedding?
No, she's going to be at that wedding.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but I think so, because she might not trust that this is a real relationship. And she might be scared for her sister that's not going to last. So I can kind of see that, mm-hmm. you know. Mm-hmm. So, but you know how I am with the ukulele. I hate that. But no, wait. When she went over to his house, I met his person, which is his best friend.
Yeah.
His singing was like fantastic.
Yeah, when they would sing together.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. But I don't really care to hear that often.
I mean, like that, I could listen to that a lot. Not every day, maybe once a month, but not every day with them practicing. But I knew as soon as he started singing that she was going to fall even more in love with him. That's just how women are. You know, we get caught up in romance and singing and ukulele playing and all that stuff.
If something about guitar,
yeah,
I'm like, no,
right. But she said that she's like, I fell even more in love with him. I mean, it was beautiful. Like I was like, wow, they both sound.
Especially when they sang together, but came to that crescendo. I was like, wow. I'm like,
wow, yeah. And then when he, so we can't talk about that. The ukulele, that's the next episodes. Okay, so we got a good idea with Mallory and Salvatore. They have their ups and downs, but they seem to be able to work through them, you know, and I like them too. Like there's really only one.
But, you know, I have to say that everybody's relationship that we've talked about so far, I can't tell you if their relationships are going to work out in the future, because I feel like they need more than 4 weeks.
Right.
To get to know each other.
Right.
But in reality, they've been knowing each other. It's a total of 8 weeks, because part of that is in the pod 2 weeks.
And that's 10 days. We found out that was 10 days. You're in the pod for 10
and then
days.
When they're on vacation, and then when they're, at home.
They get 3 weeks at home.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, do they need 12 weeks, like 3 months? Or is the producer scared that if they don't marry within 4 weeks, that they'll never get married because then issues start to pop up?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe they don't want to spend the money to, film them for 3 months or two months,
True.
Okay, so let's get into the, these were the good couples. Let's get into the not so good couples.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Kyle and Shayna. She's just toying with that poor boy, playing with him, toying with him.
Oh, I know. That was terrible. I was disgusted.
Right.
But not as bad as Alyssa from Married at First Sight.
Yeah, no, she's not as evil as Alyssa, because she does compliment him. She does say she likes his personality, but the main theme is religion, but the main theme is Shane. She's still thinking about Shane. So when she brought him to her family, they were a scary bunch.
They were. If somebody brought me to that family, instead of being my usually bubbly self, I'd be like, hi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Do you like God? Love him.
Yeah, they are intense and almost, they kind of remind me of
A clan.
What?
Like a clan type of people.
Yeah, I was gonna say Deliverance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I would be like really scared and cautious. He handled himself well, but they're intense. The mother was just staring at them, not really saying anything. And the father looked like he was barely tolerating the whole situation. The brothers were okay. The younger ones, the older one wasn't like feeling it at all. And they're really protective of Shayna because she's pretty, you know, she's cute. And so and she's the only girl. So,
and she's kind of old.
She is old. But we learned that God is number one for her. So her whole worrying about atheists and her being religious is true. It's a huge issue for her and her family.
It is true. Religion is a big issue for a lot of people.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it is hard if you believe something and you think about family values. How are you going to raise your kids in your spiritual beliefs and so forth?
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, family that prays together stays together, you know, that's sort of thing. And that's what she wants for her family. So in that aspect, I really couldn't blame her, because even though he may compromise, his true feelings and his true beliefs aren't with God.
And they're not going to really change. Well, they could change, but
it could change. And yeah, it could change, but she really wasn't willing to give it that try.
No, because she wasn't that into him.
Right. And I also think that he's not, what's his ethnicity?
I don't know, but he's something, right?
Yeah. And I think that was an issue too with the family. Probably. They didn't say anything, but to me, I feel like they're kind of Republican conservative. Trumpers. Yes. Right. If you're a Trumper and you don't want to watch the show, bye, see ya. Don't bother us.
Bye.
He has his own social media website now.
Yeah. Oh, God. Let's not even go there.
I wish Google would just destroy it.
I know.
Bullshit.
Right.
Sorry.
So when she broke up with him, he was absolutely correct in everything he said. He was like, we shouldn't have made it out of the pods. If this was such an issue with you, you should have talked about it more, and you should have said yes, right? She
should have talked about religion in that pod, but instead they were talking about bullshit things.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, yes, thank you for saying that, and not just being like, okay, I understand, you know, let her know how you're feeling. And I wonder, did they ever even kiss?
I don't remember.
I don't think
she was never into him. I'm sorry. She just wasn't. Wasn't. Now that we really think about it.
Right.
She tried to pretend she was, but and he should have known when she left the honeymoon, not the honeymoon, but left Mexico and flew back, he should have said, leave my ring here.
Right. Because it's over.
You can't
be in the next room. You know, you can't stay. Am I that repulsive? You know?
You can't walk around here and pretend with me.
Right. Or at least try.
Yeah. Like really think about it. But yet he was hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, really hard. And to me, wipe off her makeup and it's not really that cute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, she is pretty, but you're right. You know, wipe off her makeup.
She's old.
Yeah.
She's old and he's young.
Right. Yeah.
And her parents' house.
No, that wasn't a house. I think they were at some place where they met up. I don't think that was their house.
Oh, I thought it was their house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So no, when I totally agree. His heart was broken and he felt so angry. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that she kept wearing that ring on her thumb. Should have been another thing. You couldn't wrap some thread yarn underneath it. And
she could have if she wanted to.
Right. But she didn't want to. She only wore that ring when she ever came around him and put it on.
Yes, you know that. You know that's true. And but I'm glad that she put him out of his misery and she didn't like prolong it and they're done.
Right.
You know, it's such a shame when this happens on these type of shows because you really mess that person's chance of finding someone, you know. And I'm so glad that she did not get Shane and her little ploy didn't work.
Ooh, if her ploy would have worked, I would have stopped watching. I'm not playing. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to watch it.
Right. Okay, let's talk about Deepti and Shake. I mean, I like them, you know.
I like them too.
I know. I just wish, and the with like, Deepti is so amazing. She is like this really kind-hearted person, and Shake knows that. He wants to be with her, you know, and I don't know why, like when he was talking to Shane and he said that Deepti reminded him of her aunt, of his aunt, I just didn't understand that, you know?
Because I think it's their personalities. Their personalities is what the reminder is. And because she's so nice and so forth. So it's more like a best friend type of feeling. And he didn't have that animalistic, like he was telling his mom, he didn't have that animalistic feeling. So it's just like, you know how guys say, you remember how guys say he's in the friend zone, or she's one of the boys, you know,
but he loves her though. He's in love with her. He's in love with everything about her except for sex. So do you think that well, you know what? Like he pointed out, the arranged marriages have a super high success rate for Indian arranged marriages. So maybe they can like work it out where he does develop that sexual connection with her.
But hopefully he does it in time that she doesn't lose it neither.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have it, will it eventually make them seek out other people outside the relationship?
I think so.
So that was my biggest fear, and I thought that's something that they needed to take care of. I don't know if he's ever going to get over it. So they still haven't, even after they did that couples massage.
And I thought that something was good. Shane gave him great advice. Just do it, dude. You know? Yeah. And I thought that was going to happen at the massage, but he still couldn't do it. Like most men will be able to do it with anybody, you know, but for some reason he can't do it.
But I'm happy that he told her.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
But it wasn't in a Yeah, she took it well. Do you
think that deep down she's hurt?
Or does she feel the same way too?
She's into him. Remember, she said that she wishes that, you know, they had that connection that they had when they met in the pods. Remember, they couldn't stop touching each other all the way up until she got into that bikini.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know what it is.
But both of their families are great.
I wanted to sit down to eat with them. I was like, can I come over and eat? Because I'm eating a salad over here.
I mean, Deepti's mom is fantastic. His mom is fantastic. She was like, listen, dude, I'm on Deepti's side. She is fantastic. And she doesn't deserve anything less than 100%. And
she was talking directly to him.
Yeah, she mic dropped on his ass. She was like, she doesn't deserve not even 0.5% of anything but the best. So you better get your ass together, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love the families. They were so welcoming. And he brought the dad some wine, was it? Or
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and the mom some flowers.
Flowers, yeah.
Could have been a little bit better, but okay.
Yeah, they were the supermarket flowers, but a little bit better because they were lilies. But
and then you hear him say, "Well, I drive a Tesla." Like, shut up.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So was that massage in his house or did they go somewhere?
I think they went somewhere.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I thought, oh, do you have a couples massage? It got me thinking, should I do that? Have somebody bring massage tables to the house? Massage
Yeah, definitely. That's a great idea.
Are you going to do that?
I mean, probably not, but I would like to. Just the effort of it. So let's go back to the beach. Like when Shake saw Shayna, I know he was like, damn, that's my girl. Why did I
You
meet
think-
with her?
You think so?
I think just looks wise. He was
Oh,
probably
okay.
like, wow, like she's
Shake, she wouldn't have been into you. You're in a different
not
room.
at all. Not at all.
No.
Yeah, but I like that Deepti is really helping him grow as a person, you know,
Right.
and he's feeling it.
Yeah.
And I just hope that she doesn't help him grow as a person and then he takes that growth to someone else. Yeah.
I know. That would, I think that would just step it. But you know, once they get married, it's almost, to me, it's almost like a lifetime commitment for the Indians.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I wish I was at that wedding to eat.
Yeah.
Well, my friend
I know.
Sarita invited me to India. I'm going in December. I told
Oh, you are? That's great.
I told Big Daddy Keith I'm going in December.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Talk to Dan because he went and he could give you some tips.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but she'll probably be there to pick you up and all that other stuff.
We're going to fly together.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she lives just 2 hours from me.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Fun.
I know.
Make sure your passport is up. You better do it now because you have to be checked to see if it's expired because it has to be 6 months before it expires.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to.
Yes, you gotta check it. So if it expires in December, or if it expires in like June of next year, you're okay. But if it's May or March, you're screwed. You're not gonna be able to fly.
Why?
Because it can't be 6 years to the expiration date. So, I mean, 6 months to the expiration date. Like if your thing is expiring in June and you go with it in December, they're not gonna let you go. If it expires in July and you're going in December, you're good. But it can't be 6 months within the expiration date. You can't travel.
Oh my God, I need to get that checked. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the last couple. Danielle and Nick. Like,
I had to fast forward some of their conversations because I just couldn't. Like, she's loco. Like, she doesn't think.
He is gonna have the hardest life in the world with her. There's no making sense. She's like something, I know we say it a lot, but something is like something is not right. She takes stuff and just dribbles it around in her head and it spits out completely different from reality.
It could be a simple conversation, eating. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It's exhausting.
He's gonna be exhausted. She's like one of those people where you constantly have to support their
ego.
Not ego, just
but
their
her ego
personality. You always have to build them up, make them
her
better.
ego. You have to build her ego constantly. It's like this is her ego, and it has to always be sitting on something. It can never be by itself. It always has to have support.
Right. It's like she's like a sad sack where you have to constantly build them up and be like, oh no, you're good. You're not crazy. You know, what you're doing makes sense. Yes. You always have to, and that can be tiring. Like the parents should have nipped that in the bud when she was younger and make her be more self-reliant.
It's her weight. She's always second guessing herself because she's lost weight. Now she looks better, but she still has the fat girl mentality in her head that she's not good enough. How dare he like me? He's just using me for something. Oh, I can't believe he likes me. Oh, you're doing this. I can't believe he likes me. Da, da, da. Like if you're going through family issues and I'm visiting your family, I spent time with them, ate with them, listened to their crazy sex questions and so forth.
That was so bizarre. The young brother was like, so you guys have sex a lot? I've been like, no, I'm not answering that question.
No,
that would be.
The minute they start talking about sex, I'd have been like, I'm gonna get my Coach purse. Okay. For these motherfuckers over here trying to rape me or something.
Right. And the mother is slightly off too.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, but not as bad. She doesn't have like that, like
self-defeating
security.
attitude.
Yeah, yeah,
Insecurity. Yeah, she doesn't
she
have
doesn't
that.
have that. But you can see in her eyes, and it's not like the Mark crazy eyes where your eyes are like this. Hers is like crazy, you know?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, when I look at her face and she's like, I'm just like, girlfriend, settle your ass down. Well,
Like that,
go ahead.
yeah, like that thing you were talking about, like how they spent all day with his family. He went fishing. He doesn't like to fish. He sat there, like, you know, listening to their crazy sex conversations and questions. He was
Eat some
in
dry ass kebabs.
it.
Because that plate did not look good.
He was in it. He was listening. He was engaged, even though he was uncomfortable as hell. And then for her to get mad because when they left, he started talking about his friends and family. That was bizarre.
And he's like, it's not always about you. Well, you know what? I can't deal with narcissistic people, or you're narcissistic. I was like,
right.
What the fudge did that come from?
I know.
I was just like, oh, girlfriend.
And she's constantly saying, I don't know if I can be with you. I don't know if I can do this. And the one time he said that at the cake place, she was like, you can't be with us. How am I supposed to feel when you said you can't be with us? And he was like, that's not what I said. And she doesn't realize that he's a catch. I think she's lucky to get him. You know, I can't see anyone being with her because she's so off her rocket.
That is somebody that you walk on eggshells constantly, not because you're scared of what they're going to say to you. It's because you're scared they're going to deflate, and you have to sit there and start digging them up, building them up again, building them up, building them up.
Yeah.
All your energy. You know, nobody wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough. And you're right. You're not good enough. So what? Now what?
Right. Let's move on. We've established that. Let's move on. Right. So, but when they went to the apartments, like his apartment looked great, clean, straightforward, like just like himself. He has a little bit of OCD. And then her apartment kind of fit to her crazy personality. Mm-hmm. And I don't blame him for being upset. Like you have to be a little bit more mature. You're not going to be dancing on my table and breaking it. No.
You're not going to leave your toys all over the place. We don't have no kids yet. That shit is going to go in a closet somewhere.
And pull it out
when you want to play it, you pull it out. When you're done playing it, you put it back in. Right. And all these clothes all over the place, and
those clothes are trash. You can tell by how she dresses that she has no style. So just throw them shits away and keep a few of them.
Well, yeah. She has so much furniture all over the place, right?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I was like, you're cluttered because your mind is cluttered too.
Oh, yeah.
You're disorganized because your thoughts seem to be disorganized too.
Right. When she pulled out those costumes, I know he was like, what the F? For me, that would have been like a time to see you later. Because there's no reason for a grown person to have a hot dog.
You know what? They're in Chicago. Wrigley Fields. Halloween, some ugly Halloween costumes, but there's nothing. I didn't find anything wrong with that. And if it was my significant other and asked me to try it on, I would have tried it on too. So that didn't bother me. That didn't bother me at all. Just like, but one thing I did notice I wanted to bring up, these people's homes were so much better than the people on
Married at First Sight.
Yeah. And both Chicago and Boston are expensive ass cities to live in.
Yeah, you're right.
But these people had like homes of mature people.
Right.
Even Crazy Girl.
Right. Yeah. Her apartment was better than anyone's apartment on that show.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So let's talk about Nick's family visit.
It was weird, but okay.
Yeah, his mother was like stone cold, no expressions, but they asked questions. And,
right.
Yeah, and she was not Mallory. Danielle was talking herself ragged, trying to like get them to like her, you know. And I don't know if she actually needed to do that, but I think maybe
she did.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, but the mother,
you still want them to still like you, but she didn't because, like he said, his family sometimes. acts like he's not there, which
I
is
think it's
sad.
because he's a boy and they're all girls.
No, I think it's just because their personalities.
Okay. Yeah.
I just think it's their personalities. No,
Mhm.
yeah, but I thought that was funny.
Right. Right. Mhm.
So is that
Um,
all the couples?
yeah, that's it. I think that next week, or not next week. So we're going to talk about episodes 8 and 9 tomorrow. And we're going to see them get ready for the wedding. Pick out dresses, pick out
I
tugs.
can't believe this is almost over.
I know. I wish it
Like,
was one a week, instead of dropping and then it's over in 3 weeks,
that's just ridiculous.
Right.
Like it should be like they should do another set where, well, maybe they'll do a reunion. So
Yeah,
we
they
can
definitely have.
see.
But when they did the reunion for the season 1, it was like a year and a half later. Maybe because it was a pandemic, they had to wait. But they did do a reunion show right away
Right,
on the first season. So yeah, I think hopefully next week is the weddings and the reunion.
right. So that, yeah, because
Mhm.
the weddings all look horrendous. Like, but I don't know what to expect.
So, okay, tomorrow we're going to make our predictions on
Okay.
who gets married and who does not.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that tomorrow. I
Okay.
don't know it. Yes. Yeah, let's do that tomorrow.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you guys for coming. Don't forget, turn on your notifications, like this video, subscribe, and comment below. All right,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
See you tomorrow.